I say, do you see this word right here? And they look at that word like it's the first time they've ever seen it in their life, even though they just said it to me like 20 seconds ago. I said, what does that word mean? And they say, I don't know, that's a good question. I said, yeah, it's kind of a good question. What do you think duties means? They say, well, it means your job, like your responsibilities. Those are your duties. And I said, okay, I'm glad you said that. It's wrong, but I'm glad you said that. In the English language, probably 90% of the time or more, when you see this word in a sentence, that's what it means. Your duties, your job, your responsibilities. But in this case, that's not what it means at all. Anybody know what this means here? Yes, this is a type of tax. Is it important for you to know that before you take the test on this? Yes, because if you get a really easy teacher, you might get lucky. The teacher might say, a tariff is, and then this is one of the choices. So if you memorize the card, you got it. But teachers don't do that very often. Instead, the teacher might say something like this: which of the following is a type of tax? And they give this as one of the choices. And you look at it and you think, ooh, a type of tax. I'm not really sure I know that, but I know it's not tariff, because tariff is a system of duties on imports and exports. In other words, you've got that definition in there, but where does it say tax? Nowhere. So all they had to do is change it a little, and you are like in a dark room trying to find the light switch. You're just lost. So how do you fix that so that that won't happen? Well, here's what you do. This seems really obvious, but most people don't ever do this, and that is to know the meaning. And by this, I don't mean know the meaning of the definition. It's actually more. It's this: know the meaning of each word in the definition. Okay, and so that may require you. Yeah, actually it is. Sorry, we'll be done in just a few minutes, so maybe next time. Okay. If you look at all the words in the definition and you think, I'm positive I know the meaning of every one of those, then you don't have to do this. But if you look at one of the words in there and you're thinking, I'm not even positive what that means, you need to look it up. You look it up in a dictionary. You look it up on dictionary.com if you have a laptop or any kind of computer, and you find out the meaning. Okay? And then for these two, number 3 and 4, there is a word that I would love to have you remember. It's not a very interesting word, but it has great power to it when you use it the way that I'm going to show you. This is my great power word. It's the word and. That doesn't seem very powerful, but it becomes powerful when you do this, and that is you put a question mark after it. So here's the way this looks. Okay, this person says to me, tariff is a system of duties on imports and exports. The next word out of my mouth is and. And if they look at me like a lot of students have and say, and what? Then you know what that means? That means, don't ask me anything else. I'm just proud I know that. That's a bad sign, right? What do I want them to be able to do when I say and? I want them to be able to say this. That means it's a kind of tax on what comes in or out of a country. In other words, the same thing, but in their own words. I think you know this, but if you can't explain something clearly in your own words, what does that mean? It means you don't know it. You may say, oh no, but I know it. No, you don't. If you can't explain it, then something is stuck in your understanding. And so what you do is this. You work for 1 minute, for 10 minutes, however long it